Okay, it is February 18th, I think. 17th, February 17th, and we are loading the goats. There's a mix of wethers and dolings and two caldos in there, and these are our fall-born ones. They were born in September, so we're taking them to the sale barn. And we've got the first half loaded and put into the front. And we just make sure that they've got a little bit of room in there. Yeah, our hope is that somebody wants the dolings, because we'll have the sale barn sort them out. Just making sure they don't get underneath of here. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Locked and loaded. Yep.
Okay. So we take them up the night before because Sioux Falls has a really nice facility where they keep them underneath, and we're supposed to get rain later this evening and maybe snow tomorrow. So they'll be in there. So, Mom and Alyssa are gonna go with the goats. You're a little worried about them fitting in. And then Joe and I are gonna stay back and make sure that we get all the chores done. We're gonna bed this down after we get this pulled forward. And all right, Joe, you wanna go back in there with them? I think that'll be easiest.
Yeah.
Of course, we got these nincompoops here. So it was fun getting them loaded in. And the nice part about this is the culmination of lots of chores, lots of hard work. You know, a lot of people are, oh, why would you sell them? That's so mean. This is our business. I'm behind you, Joe. So unfortunately, even though we have some pets in there, they all gotta go. All right, they are off. Oh, must have forgot something up at the house. All right, Mozzie, you stay in here with me. Josiah and I are going to bed this barn down. Let's see if Ron needs some help putting the bales next to the barn. Usually he doesn't, but it's been a while, I think, for him. Move, Chew! Move. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Mama can't take you. Your mama can't take you to there. So we know that the wind, or that the temperature is going to change, and the wind's going to come up, and it's going to start coming from the north, which is why we set these bales right here. try and get the got it.
Mean goats, folks, they do a reputation thing up there now, pretty good game. All steers, on the Maryland, sitting right here. 450, not bad, bitty mother, 455, 60, not bad, 170, now 170, now 470, Eight cut if you want to, there's money in.
All right, February 26th, out here on the farm. It's 55 degrees out today, but of course the wind's blowing. Hello, Sammy. And I think today, since we're getting so close to kidding season, I think I'm gonna grab my jacket just because of that wind. Getting so close to kidding season that we decided that it might be a good time to set up the barn for when the does kick in, because you never know exactly what's going to happen with the weather and all of that when they do decide to start kidding. So it's always we always try and make sure that we get everything set up before that happens. Generally, we do a pretty good job getting that done, but you just never know when someone's gonna decide to do it early. So. Okay, so we've got some pods and kidding jugs set up. This is gonna be kind of our drop some things in pen, and then we got a bucket there to put icky gloves in. And the water will be back over where it needs to be, so hopefully it's warmer. So what we'll do is all the pregnant does will be out there, and we'll bring them in through this gate if they start laboring. And here is a labor pen if they haven't already dropped their babies and they need help. We have something like this that kind of secludes them, and we've got our gloves, our pulling gloves. Have to remember to put OB lube up there. And then this, we're not quite sure. We made gates, but we didn't account for this being a 12-footer. We thought this was going to be a 14-footer, so this might just be an open area because nothing's going to be in here. We may put triplets back there. So okay, so these are the kidding jugs, and 5 fit in these pods, because the thinking is that we start, you know, putting them in here, and then after they've been in there a couple of days, then we take these down, or we take the does out of here and we set up a grouping pen out there. So we always check to see how that's going to work. And now we have these gates, and we have them open because we still have some goats that are coming through to get water, as you can see. So yeah, So I think we've got, let's see, there's 5 in each pod. 1, 2, 3. So we got 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 set up. And 120 does. Yep. So, not saying we have enough for everybody, but we have enough to where if we want to, we can start, you know, putting these and putting them back in here and make these into grouping pens. No big deal. So we have the option. We just we played a little bit by ear just because you never know how kidding's gonna go. You know, usually they start off a little bit slow, but I think our record was 30 does kidding in one day. That was a heck of a day. And if that does start happening, we have enough of these jugs to where we can line even the outside of this right here with jugs and start putting them in jugs. So it's the benefit of having this hoop barn that's nice and wide open. So yeah, with it being the end of February, we have a couple of weeks left until they're supposed to kid. We turn the bucks out on October 16th, and 150 days from then would be, which is the gestation cycle for a goat, would be March 15th. They can go 145 days. So in a week, we might start seeing some does thinking about hatching. So the weather's pretty nice. It's windy as all get out. This weekend's supposed to be cold. And then the foreseeable forecast from there, about a week out, then it's like in the 50s. So that would be so nice to do that. Our main worry about it being nice when we're kidding is they're going to be dropping babies out there where the feed is. And again, if it's nice, they should survive because these girls are good mamas. So yeah, we got her set up. And just to let you know, we wire these here because sometimes the does start trying to fight with each other. That means they've been in the pen too long, honestly. And we try and pen the same ages next to each other. You know, if we've got 2-year-olds that have babies, we try and put them in pens by each other and in the same pod. You know, the same with the 3-year-olds, you know, and all of that. So yeah, it's gonna be here before we know it. So stay tuned, guys. All right, March 9th, Rachel with Dakota Wind Meat Goats. Back out on the farm, of course. Right now we're bedding down our red tin shed because even though we had a 75-degree day yesterday, it's like in the 50s. I see the goats are out there running around. Hopefully there's not a coyote or anything out there. Oh, the big dogs would know. So we're just bedding their barn in here with a little skid steer to make sure that they've got somewhere nice and warm to go into. That'll like our... Boy, they just don't make pitchforks like they used to anymore. Broke off those 2 times really easily. So yeah, you know, getting closer to spring. The closer to spring you get, the less you got to do this. But it is South Dakota. We could always get a snowstorm. We've had snowstorms like May. We've had snowstorms in May before. So we don't like it, but we also know it's a possibility. I know. Mm-hmm. Rear end.
but I'll just get this as far as I can.
Like, I don't even know which way. I've got the awesome pitchfork. Yeah, might as well use the skid steer. I love this little black girl here. I love her little hairy udder she's got going on.
Everybody's dripping.
Quit straining yourself. She does. She's starting to lose her ligaments too by her tail head. Beautiful little udder, but a little ways off.
She's such a sun dog.
She's a lazy dog. Hi, you two. Oh, I'm excited to see. What are you doing under there? What are you doing under there? Seeking shade? Lay in the wind. That wind's chilly. It's from the north. Nancy, I'm going to come over there and catch you. She's like, try it and die.
Yeah, I think for sure we have her.
Oh, her horns are bad.
Devil horn. Call them. These are where the really pretty ones are.
I know, right?
God, Nancy.
Starting to get an udder. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, sweetheart.
And then, Queenie, you had great
I know.
yesterday. Sheesh.
Look at her udder.
Yeah, I didn't think she was going to get up yesterday.
Oofda. Be nice.
Humongous.
So mean. So mean to the younger ones.
I
And,
set these out this morning. Put these down.
yep. Lay down, Nance. Lay down. Oh boy. Oh, there it goes. Plop. Plop. She's like, I'm trying not to plop. It's so undignified. Hi. Look at you, little girl. Back end's getting loose, but not much udder.
They're healthy though.
Yeah.
Nice looking.
Hey, Nancy Pants. She was one of my daughter's show goats, and she's mean. She took her for a ride. That's so funny that the show goats all eat together.
They do.
You got Queenie, Bucky, and Bess. And then we got Nancy. Oh boy. Hey girl.
Out looking at butts and bags.
I know she's bred, but boy, there's no udder.
Not yet.
First timer.
Like I said, I think we're too heavy on the bore end.
Yeah.
That's why we got to do my assignment.
Yeah. She's nice. First timer. She just got massive. I love all the little udders. They're so cute. Good girl. I didn't bring a cookie out. Hi. I didn't bring a cookie out. Love that the longer they're in our herd, the most of them get at least a little tame. I don't have a cookie for you. I'm sorry. She finally lets me pet her. She doesn't like it.
She's got a weird look on her face.
Yep. She doesn't like it when I pet her, but she lets me pet her. You're such a good girl. She's like,
The look of irritation.
Yep.
She's still allowed.
I only tolerate this because you give me cookies. How are you doing, hon? Oh.